And so every time we have a win, expect me to be here rooting for our airport here in District 9. And I'm just so proud of all the hard work. I know a lot of work went into this. So thank you so much for everything you're doing. And I can't wait to see the impact to San Antonio. So yes, book your flights for May. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We'll take a quick photo here in the front. If you don't mind, you can join Eric and I to take a quick photo, and then Eric and I and the council will make ourselves available for any questions. Whatever you do, make certain you go online and buy tickets. And secondly, make certain you get to the table to the left and don't leave all those cookies for us. So make sure you grab a refreshment and a cookie before you leave. Thank you all so much for being here today, and all the best to everyone.
And you can look at her.
How are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
Doing well.
Bright and early.
Yes.
Be in your personal bubble if that's okay. I'm ready. Ready? Whenever y'all are.
So first, just full name, spelling, title, please.
Jesus Signs, Director of Airports here for the city of San Antonio.
And just tell us how exciting it is that you all are ending another international flight and another direct flight for the people of San Antonio.
It's thrilling. It's exciting. When you think about the nonstop connection into Canada and then the connection into Toronto, it's amazing. When there's so much service that's being pulled back, the confidence that they have in a lot of the technical data that we've been sharing certainly illustrates the confidence in the carrier to want to connect into San Antonio and have direct service. It's going to launch right before the summer of 2026. It's something we've been working on for some time. I just came back from a trip to Toronto a week and a half ago, and we were able to finalize the agreement, and super excited about moving forward with them.
And what kind of discussion and work went into showing Canada or Air Canada that this is a major destination?
Yeah, I think, some of the biggest, while we really appreciate our importance of the leisure traffic being a predominant origin and destination airport, we have a lot of leisure activity, whether it's conventions or just families or people that are traveling because they want to be here in San Antonio and spend, time here because it's a beautiful place. Our city's amazing. Similarly, Toronto has that same interest. But I think above that is the discussions that we were able to have on, all the business networks. You look at the connectivity of what Toyota does. HEB has a lot of efforts, and you look at cybersecurity, bioscience. There's a lot of data that we put together that reflected the importance of being able to connect the business community directly to San Antonio as we move forward. So that was a big facet of them wanting to, establish service here in San Antonio.
What how does this put San Antonio on the map when a lot of people are not really traveling nowadays, but seeing this, how does this show that San Antonio is a place to be, a place to come?
Yeah, I mean, you can't discount the fact that San Antonio is continuing to grow and that everyone is continuously working on providing the service. Our ability to now have a 49th nonstop destination when so many people were writing of, hey, that service isn't going to come into the United States, and it's certainly not going to come into San Antonio in the near future. Well, the data proves differently, and that's what we focus on in ensuring that the data is there in order for us to be successful and establish these routes so that they can grow. Them having that confidence in San Antonio is incredibly important to us, and we want to, help our business community grow. As you heard, the city manager and councilwoman speak, these are important economic impacts for our city.
You just came back from Toronto last week. Can you give your thoughts about the city? What can we look forward to over there?
Yeah, I was in Montreal. That's where the headquarters is for Air Canada. So I've been to Toronto plenty of times. There's a lot of history, there's a lot of culture, and a lot to do. So as you look at the magnificent, city that it is up in the northeastern corner, being able to connect there, it's not just about Toronto. When you look at the flexibility of going to their 150 plus nonstop destinations out of here, and don't remiss the fact that coming from Toronto into San Antonio is pre-cleared. So when you get here, you've already arrived as a U.S. citizen, so you get to clear out of here and out of there as a pre-clear, which is a beautiful thing as you're flying and makes for an easy connection. So I call it a puddle jump, but from Toronto to Europe is a little bitty puddle jump, so you can go from there to there and really reestablishes our connectivity to transatlantic service that we want to continue to grow here in San Antonio.
Do you have a favorite Drake song? I'm just kidding.
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about the demand? I know usually some of these deals are made when you know that there's a lot of demand from San Antonio to another destination. So what is that looking like between here and Toronto?
You're going to have to say it again. I'm thinking over here about my Drake song that he mentioned. Yes.
My apologies. Yeah. Can you just tell me a little bit about the demand that there is for this service to Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, we look at it. We have specific numbers. I don't have those right in front of me, but I can tell you it's not just the demand, it's the opportunity of being able to connect additional businesses. And we know that we have not only citizens, but businesses that want to connect directly into Canada. And that's really where the crux is for us to be able to connect a service with them. And that was what a lot of the discussion was. So we're starting at 3 times weekly. Our discussions there are we want to get to 7 times daily. We want to go year round. So that's exactly where we want to take this service to.
And what is the, you said we want to get year round. I guess what is the season that it's running in?
It's going to run from May all the way through October. And our plans are to not end in October to demonstrate that the demand is there and we want to continue to grow.
Are
there certain benchmarks that you guys need to meet, or is there an agreement there, or is that just kind of you see what
No,
happens?
I will tell you, we feel like the agreement's going to be, like, the demand is there, and it's going to be enough to continue the service. So we were number one on the list. As you see, they haven't added service. They've actually taken service away from certain areas, which represented to us the opportunity to go, connect with them. I can't say enough about Air Canada and the professionalism that the entire team has carried. So we've been really pleased with our relationship and our partnership.
You've added Air Canada. What are the next priorities for growth for you guys? When Eric was talking about a 50th flight, where do you guys see
I
opportunities?
mean, you look at we're already touching the top 30 destinations in the United States. So we've checked that box. We've got 9 destinations in Mexico, now 1 in Canada. Obviously, we want to reestablish the connectivity into Europe, and we want to make that happen as soon as possible. And then growing some other the next top 10, 15 U.S. markets that we want to get to. So we're chasing 50, and really it never ends. We're chasing 60 right behind that. So I think Mexico has got a lot to offer. Central America and South America are important to us. We have a lot of work in progress that's going to demonstrate how we can connect there as well. As a city, the population, the business, the economic impact grows, so will this.
Can you tell us a little bit about what incentives were offered? I know that usually there are incentive packages that come with these.
The incentives are what we offer any other carrier that comes in. There was nothing additional, which is another reason we felt it was so attractive for them to want to come in here, and we didn't have to do anything additional.
Can you remind me of what those rough ballpark
They're
figures
in the ordinance.
are? Okay.
Yep.
The new terminals going in next door, Eric also mentioned that. Did that play a role at all in these negotiations and getting Air Canada to the table here?
Well, I think adding capacity has always been that. We added 3 gates here over the last 24, 30 months. That has demonstrated we take lightly the fact from 2023 to 2025 we added 1 million plus passengers. That's an enormity for an airport, and it shows that through our adding capacity, we've been able to grow this entire network system of where we're going and what we're trying to accomplish. So as we add additional capacity with our legacy carriers that exist here today, we want them to continue to grow. So adding the additional terminal just creates more capacity and the demonstration that the asset is ready for growth.
Is the contract limited by any means as far as years? Is it a couple of year contract? Or?
There's no limitations on it.
Okay. And when Air Canada left in 2019, there was some kind of concerns about the demand and how it was doing well during peak seasons but not during others. I guess, is there any idea of if that's changed at all, if that's going to be kind of a similar case scenario?
Yeah, one, I wasn't here in 2019. You're talking about something that started back in, I believe, 2018 is when that service started. That's 6, 7, 8 years ago. You're asking a question on something that's 8 years ago. It's pretty hard to figure. There's a lot of things have changed. We've gone through a COVID. There's so many things that have changed as we go forward. We focus on what's going to happen in the future and ensuring that the data reflects where we're going. So there's a lot of technical data associated to that, and some of that is our data. It's competitive, right? We're not going to go share all of our data because then you're opening up doors to everyone to go say, well, how did you do this and why did you do that? Well, that's our city. That's who we are, and we're going to remain competitive to work on the information we want to work on as we go forward. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know who's who, so
face Tawny. Stand right there. You can
Oh, okay,
see.
okay.
It's just me. I have to.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now I want to go to Canada.
I know, right? I'll go anywhere right now. I said I'll go anywhere right now. I hate going to the airport and not feeling like I'm going anywhere. Hey, Jasper, what's going on?
So close.
I know.
So tell us on the economic impact side of things. How will this bring businesses, jobs, and
So as we talked earlier during the conference, incremental steps like this are important for the city. The direct flights open up additional business opportunities, but also travel opportunities. And with that investment in a direct flight, you start to see a ripple effect not only in terms of our economy, but in terms of jobs.
I think this also puts San Antonio on the map to bring in like new conventions and or just new things in general.
I think it's an added bonus to us. I mean, as we continue to add direct flights to Toronto will be our 49th, we start to see that benefit. And it's an incremental benefit. And the airport team out here is continuously working to add to our direct flight stable.
And with the new terminal coming in, do you think that will also add more flights coming in or more people wanting to come to San Antonio, more aircraft carriers, I'm sorry?
No doubt. I think that infrastructure investment will increase the amount of capacity we have. San Antonio and the region continues to grow at a fast clip. And with that infrastructure investment, we truly believe that that'll open up for additional flight capabilities, not only domestically, but internationally.
Did you all see the demand for something like this too, at least to Canada? Because I mean, mostly all the international flights go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Did you see the demand for Canada?
We did, and so part of our analysis is where are people going as they leave San Antonio. But on the airline side, Air Canada, they also look at who's arriving and where are they coming from. So between the airline and the city, we're working to build those bridges in terms of where people are going, and there obviously is demand into Toronto.
So what's next for the airport? What's more growth we can expect?
Well, so that's a great question. The airport, Jesus and his team are working on a number of different exciting destinations, and we'll see where that works. A lot of it is working with the airlines and improving the business, and we hope to have announcements over the next couple of months.
Can you tell us about which sectors you feel like will most benefit from this? I know that we're talking about economic impact broadly, but just where do you feel like could be the most impacted?
Well, I don't think I've narrowed it down to one or two sectors. I think it goes back to opportunity. Toronto is the largest city in Canada. It's its financial hub. It's a gateway into a lot of other parts of North America and Europe. So I think healthcare, I think biotechnology, maybe cybersecurity, but I think we're going to see the opportunity from a number of different fronts.
And then you mentioned demand also being a big factor, of course. I guess, are there any rough estimates that you're able to provide of kind of just what demand is seen here?
Yeah, Jesus and the team can give you that detail. All right,
Thank
rock
you
and
so
roll.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. See you later.
See you later.